Yo, yo.
Yo, 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 yo. Yo, son.
What? No, what? Just what? But why?
Oh, man. You know, this is the stuff that happens when your actual thoughts connect to your mouth and you just say the stuff that be going on in your head.
You just come out, yeah.
If y'all could just hear some of the stuff that going in my head, because it's all over the place. It's random, man. I just don't let them all out sometimes.
No, yeah. Hey, when I'm at home though, well, I'm around family. I let it fly, like whatever, and I'll be like super repetitive, saying the same thing over and over, just because it feel good to say, feel good to do.
Yeah.
Like for some, like I was singing the Full House theme song, and then and Family Matters theme song for some reason, just over and over and over again. It popped in my head, and I just
it was stuck.
Just had to let it out,
they were stuck with it.
I don't know why. Yeah. Or it'd be some kind of catchphase. I just got to keep saying it. I don't know. It's
yeah.
The mind is weird, man.
Be like that, man.
The mind is weird. Just got to roll with it sometimes. Sometimes don't even fight it. Just go with your first instinct, your first nature, and just live.
Yeah, man. But you know what though? X wasn't even on my mind. But he just
popped in there.
He just came in and out like real quick, and now it's gone. I feel like my system is clear. I got it out. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I got it out. Because like it came from nowhere. Like we weren't even talking about it, but before we went on or anything like that, just
I ain't heard his name. I ain't heard his music. I ain't heard nothing about X in weeks, probably months, maybe. I don't know. There you go, just out of nowhere.
Hey, look, no, they call it. There's a condition. There's a condition.
What is it called? Tourette's. Hey, why did X always have such a childish bark, though, man? It was never like a nice deep bark, man. It was a puppy bark all the time.
It wasn't a rough. It was arf. It wasn't a rough. Even when they call themselves rough riders. It wasn't no rough. It wasn't no rough about it.
It was definitely an arf.
Hefty bark. But he had the growl that went along with it. You know what I mean?
It was a nice baby growl, you know.
Yeah, the growl was deep. The growl was ferocious, but when it came to the bark, it was Chihuahua bark.
It was a Chihuahua, man. Maltese bark, man. But he was growl of a pit bull.
Yeah.
I don't know,
man. Anyhow. Here we are. We back.
Definitely, man. It's cigar time, man. It's
some new sticks for the weekend. Always a good time, always a good moment to actually sit down and enjoy these sticks for once. I have tried to fix my behavior of smoking my cigars like a cigarette and actually try to be intentional with my cigar time. So I've been purposely neglecting my urges to have a cigar. So I will avoid the little 5-minute cigar smokes now. But like, you know what? I'm cheaping out my cigar time. It shouldn't be a cheap hitter to quit it. It's not that.
Right.
It's not that lifestyle.
Yeah.
Stop cheaping in the moment. So over the last couple of weeks, I've been working on. Wait, hold on. Do I got the time? I don't have the time. Do I have the right cigar? Yeah, maybe not. Do I got enough on this cigar to smoke? Or am I picking up like a little, like
yeah,
to smoke my joint?
I'm glad you off that.
Yeah, I'm trying to not cheapen my cigar moment. So I'm back to a more copacetic demeanor when it comes to these cigars.
Hey man, I'm proud of you, man. You growing up, man. You are growing up. Yeah. Hey, so look, I got a random question for you. Random cigar question for you. If you worked at a cigar shop, you would probably smoke cigars every day at that point in time.
Yeah.
So
for sure.
What would be the type of cigar? Not a brand, but the type of cigar you think you would pick up in that environment every day? Because you got to be able to work, but you also got to have something in your hand for the vibe, you know, in the environment that you're in.
You know what I probably would smoke? I probably would smoke like 4 or 5 short stories. Nubs.
Just short stories and nubs and stuff throughout the day, just grabbing randomly?
I would do that. Yeah. Because I would feel like I could sit it down. And if I needed to start over and have a fresh one, I wouldn't feel like, you know, I don't have the time to sit down through the whole cigar journey of a cigar this length, right?
Right.
And I'm not paying attention to the cigar. because I'm working, doing my thing. Customers coming in. Maybe I'm on cigar duty, making sure I'm checking the cigars, making sure they good. Maybe at the register doing that, all that good stuff. So I don't have time to pay attention to the cigar as we normally would. So either maybe if I did have a cigar this long, maybe something that's not too dynamic, but more so I probably lean toward like grabbing a nub or something like that, or a short story. Something I can have in my hand, I'm puffing on it, I don't feel too bad puffing it, giving me a good cigar experience. But if I set it down or if it burns out and I gotta go get another one and start a fresh one, I'm good.
Right. You know what I was thinking? I didn't think on it on the level that you just said as far as the short story or something like that, but that's a good idea. But I was thinking more on the level of how you said something not too dynamic. Now, if I'm doing it for myself, this is what I would get. Now, if I'm doing it because I need to impress the people in the actual shop, I probably wouldn't do this. But if I'm just doing it for me, it would probably be one of those little cigars that we smoke that we call the ones for people entry level that's trying to transition from sweet to real cigar. I probably get something like that. Maybe something with a little nice sweetness on the cap just to give me a little flavor, but the actual cigar itself ain't dynamic, but it's not a sweet cigar either. You know,
but you're not in the humidor smoking acid, are you?
No, I'm not saying acid. I'm not saying a sweet cigar, period. But I'm talking about a tobacco cigar with a cap that's got to feel like it might have been dipped or on the cap a little bit.
Okay.
I'm not thinking of one of the ones specifically off the top of my head, but whichever one of the Deadwood estate line that actually was tobacco,
the fat bottoms or whatnot, fat bottoms or something like that.
One that's tobacco based though. You know what I'm saying? But it's. I can get some off the cap and I'm on the move, and I'm not really. It's more about having something in my mouth. Yeah. And then actually focusing on what the cigar is giving me.
Okay. I'm with that. Like that Cohiba I smoked last week. That would be a good cigar to smoke on the move while you're working and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Right. Yeah, I'm with you. But yeah, man. So what we smoking today? Where are we journeying today?
So for me, I went into my humidor today and I was like thinking to myself, what brand? I never do it this way, but today I was thinking, what brand can I mess with that's recognizable, but at the same time is got something that I haven't messed with. So I was going into it kind of prepared for that. And the way the particular humidor I go into is they don't have a lot of stuff I don't recognize in it. It tends to be big names. So I guess that's why I had the mindset, what big name am I going to do today? And I'm looking around and all of a sudden, as soon as I get in, a name I don't recognize is there. And I'm tempted to go buy it because I'm like, I didn't really come for a name I don't know. I kind of came with the expectation to pick out a name I know, but something unique within it. And I just kept getting drawn to it. And I'm like, Garçon, who makes this? He's like, I said, who makes coffee or coffee? Or how do you pronounce this, first of all? He said, it's coffee. I said, well, who makes coffee? And he said, well, it's manufactured at the La Aurora, and he said La Aurora is the biggest farm in the Dominican Republic. They're the biggest producer. So he was like, it's manufactured there. And I'm like, okay, cool. Then he started giving me information on it. He was like, you know what? And actually, I like them pretty good. He was like, telling me about the different rappers, the different rappers and stuff and what the difference between all of them. He was like, but me personally, I like the Maduro. I'm like, well, I like Maduro with anything. Yeah. He was like, it's the best rapper. I said, you damn right it is. So we was on the same page. At this point, we vibing, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, my man, I hit him with the Denzel voice, So not you, Washington. But anyway, he starts giving me the information and the details on it, and he's selling me. And I'm like, you got it. I'm going with the Cafe, So I got the Cafe 1901 Maduro. Now, what he told me that I found very intriguing was he was like telling me everything about it in the manufacturing process. And he got to this part where he was like, yeah, and they use this thing called the Andullo process for the tobacco, Andullo tobacco. I'm like, okay, teach me, Garçon. You have to tell me what the Andullo process is.
Tell me more. Do tell.
So he starts breaking it down to me. He's like, they take these leaves and they end up wrapping it in this palm leaf. and they ferment it for a year, and it ferments to the point that it hardens, and then it's hardened so much that they have to chop it off, like with a knife. It's like little rocks is kind of what it's like. And he was saying they kind of unroll that, and then it's part of the process of this cigar. And you can even use the pieces in your mouth. And he explained that they use it for something. But he was saying this is a very old method in cigar processing. And he even pulled up a video on YouTube and showed me the video, and I watched the video, and I had a video on my phone, but our engineer, he didn't get the file, so he can't show you guys, but look up and do your process at La Aurora if you're intrigued by this whatsoever, and you can look into actually what took place with this, and you can see the whole thing.
This is a palm leaf curated stick.
Yeah, and the interesting thing about it is, it just, as you're watching it, you're like, this looks like something that ancient man figured out thousands of years ago. And as I was thinking that, he said, yeah, this is a really old tradition, and I'm like, yeah, it looks like it. It looks like some throwback stuff. Like, you can't imagine people doing this stuff nowadays. It looked like something they would have been doing, back when ships were the only means of transportation. So I had to buy it at that point. Once he went over the whole process of Andullo, I said, I need to know what Andullo is like. So I got the Andullo. I got the Maduro anyway, but
the Maduro Andullo. That's what's up.
Andullo.
I like it. You had me at palm tree. When you say a palm tree, I'm in. Like
palm leaf. Tell me more. Use the palm leaf and wrapped it in.
Your palm leaf. Yeah. You had me at palm leaf. So you said palm, I'm locked in. So I'm interested to see where this goes. See if you get any palm vibes off of it. Once you get some flavor notes and everything going. I'd like to hear about this. All right. So for me, actually, I didn't even put the let me put the what we smoking up. Boom, there we go. All right. So I got the New World. I don't smoke New World very much. I think this might be the second time I've actually grabbed a New World. I think I've only smoked them maybe one time in my whole entire journey of cigar, my cigar smoking journey. This one is a pretty new stick to the game. I think it came out like maybe a month ago, is what they told me at the cigar shop. So a newer release. So this is like maybe second, third time in a row that I'm smoking a new release. But it's the Decenio by New World. AJ Fernandez. This is who's behind the New World. Nice little gold band tip that came on it. And this is where we're at, smoking that New World. So give you a quick rundown of it. So we have a wrapper that's Mexican, origins are Nicaraguan, binder Nicaraguan, Honduran, and Nicaraguan fillers. Again, by the AJ Fernandez cigar curation. What do you call them? Master blenders? Yeah, the master blenders of AJ Fernandez. There we go. So this is to I guess to acknowledge the 10th anniversary. So I think Decenio means decade in Spanish. So 10th anniversary for New World. Brand new release.
Okay. I rock with New World. I've probably tried a lot of them different New World ones that they released. So didn't know they had a new drop, man. So that's dope, man. Yeah, that's dope. New drop.
Yeah, and I like to see these my lesser smoked cigar brands bringing out these new releases to kind of compete with the heavy releases of the year. Your other guys like Rocky and Drew who just keep dropping. Even Placencia as of late dropping a new stick, several new sticks actually. So I like to see these other brands try to keep pace and introduce some new things that kind of give them some footing in the cigar world.
Yeah. I asked Garcon, because we were close to the Rocky Patel. I said, Rocky, got anything new over here? He said, man, the only thing we got new from Rocky is that Emerald. I'm like,
the Emerald, yeah.
I want to do the Emerald. He said, yeah, the Emerald. He was like, it's a cool stick. He was like, it's cool, but as I continue to smoke it, it just leaves me wanting more. He was like, it's just like a lesser version of the Hemingway. He was like, so every time I smoke it, I'm just like, I should have just grabbed the Hemingway. So he was like, you know what? I keep craving more after, so I just don't mess with it no more.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I was satisfied when I had it. I felt good about it because it felt like that conviction, but just a cheaper version of it. Hey, but I haven't smoked it more than that one time. I'm pretty sure if I smoked it more, would I be left wanting more, wanting to grab an Oliva anyway? I'll tell you one thing that definitely does satisfy me is that Oliva.
I know. I said some slick stuff about that Oliva yesterday. I said it.
No, you was froggy on that joint. You was froggy. You was talking some cash.
Nah, I didn't say it. I wouldn't say I was talking cash, but
no, you was talking. You put a lot on it. But we'll save that for later.
I didn't put a lot on it. I'm just saying, in text, things seem, you interpret how you choose to interpret a text message. But the energy behind that text was very hesitant. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just
conflicting. Hesitant, conflicting.
Very conflicted text. I guess I should have added more ellipses in the text message to get my point across. How conflicted it was, but
there was some bold statements even between the lines. Is all I'm saying. But we'll say that for a special episode in the very, very near future.
Okay. We'll save it.
Yeah, man. So it's kind of thinking about what our special episode that we're looking at. We're talking about matchups and mashups and how one weighs against another one.
Yeah.
In the boxing world, we got a mashup, a nice little thing that's coming down the pipeline. I don't know when. I think it's next year sometime. It's supposed to be happening. And here we go again. Boxing yet again has gone down the path of novelty lane, which is in some sense a good thing, in some sense a bad thing. And I'm not too fond of it. I'm not liking what I'm seeing with this new Legends matchup, where Floyd Mayweather and Mike Tyson are supposed to have an exhibition bout that they put in motion for next year sometime. Yeah. Like, okay, here we go. And we just talked about this maybe 2 weeks ago. With the boxing matchups, and we got some good fights coming up, and then we got some novelty Netflix joints that's coming up, and it's like, come on, where are we with boxing? And it's like this is the biggest sale in boxing so far are these exhibitions, these novelty fights, and it's like is this all the boxing world has to offer us? This is where two retirees are getting together, greats in their era and in their time overall looked at as legends, but it's like, do we want to keep seeing this? You sent me the information first. I heard it from you first, and then of course I've been seeing it ever since then. And it's like, I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want it, bro. Like the Roy and Mike, that was cool for the moment, right? Coming off the heels of COVID time, we needed entertainment, and it was cool. Mike is getting back in shape. He's getting back out there. He's gonna do something. Man, Roy, the thought of Roy, you know what I'm saying? Throwing those sluggers. Hey, I like this. The idea was great, but now we're past that. We're past that. I don't want it. I don't need it. I don't want it. I don't care for it.
And they both at the time, they looked good relative to the age they were at. You know what I'm saying? Now, if Mike in his last bout would have looked how Mike looked against Roy, I'd have been open to the idea. But for me, after watching what I saw last fight, Mike versus Jake Paul, it's a hard sell, bro. It's a hard sell because I watched him be an old man that couldn't move out of one position. He just stood in place the whole time, lip trembling and biting his glove. And it's just like, okay.
Biting his gloves,
Which he always bit his
glove.
We
want more of that?
You know what I'm saying? But even then.
We want that against Mayweather, with Mayweather just running all day on the whole fight?
Mayweather's only 48 and he stays in shape. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's in shape still.
But
he's gonna beat up Mike, and I don't want to watch it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to watch Mayweather just jog around and pepper Mike all night. Like, you know what I'm saying?
But it's like, I was saying, like, even in his later years, Floyd, like the way he fights, his style of fighting, he's a boxer, which his game is to evade as much as possible. Get his hits in, throw some blows, and evade. And then if we have a hesitant Mike, who's just an old man, who's just not where he used to be, what kind of fight are we gonna get? Just two legends standing in a ring, pretty much, looking at each other, moving around, looking old.
And I get the idea of it. Well, Floyd ain't gonna look old. Mike gonna look old. That's the thing about it. Floyd's still gonna look pretty good.
Relative. I'm talking about like relative. I mean, like
Yeah, relative to
he'll
their
still look
greatness.
better than most. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Especially
Floyd
for
gonna look better than most.
men at his age, which is another conversation I like to
Yeah.
have. But for other men his age, but for who he is as
At his
Floyd,
peak, yeah.
he's not gonna look like Pretty Boy Floyd. He's not gonna look like Mayweather when he was Money
He ain't
Made.
gonna look like money. Yeah, he ain't gonna look like Money Made no more. But this is the intrigue for people. Would have been, I'll say would have been, because I think the last fight ruined it a lot. But I think the intrigue would have been, and to an extent still will be, is the fact
If Mike came out looking
only
exciting,
icons that are still alive.
we were excited about Mike, it might be different. If people were excited about Mike, how we initially were when we were ready to see him come back, then maybe. But here is the only caveat that I have that might make it intriguing. If some of what people were saying about Mike was true, that he was holding back, that it was something in the clause that, hey, you can't hurt him. So Mike had to do everything in his power to not hurt him. You know what I'm saying? Because it did look like Mike was holding back a lot.
So,
and if we saw in Mike true Mike, and we see something totally different, then we might get something better.
Yeah. So I do want to go to that point because that's the point I was working towards. But I'll say this: the intrigue behind it is the fact that boxing only has two icons that's alive. Now, there's a lot of legends that's around, but icons, it's only two that's alive, and those two will meet up on 2026. So that would be the intrigue behind it. But like you said, you made it. We watch Mike be old. What saves it?
You think Holyfield's a legend?
No, I said we got a lot of legends. Holyfield's definitely a legend. Lennox Lewis is.
I mean, an icon. An icon. You don't think he's an icon? Yeah, you're right. You're right. He might not be an icon.
He might not be an icon. It's a different level of impact. You know what I'm saying? With those two.
Culturally. Yeah, big champ, but culturally, yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So with that being said, though, I think that what helps them is you got the conspiracy theorists from last fight who said Mike was holding back. What also can contribute to that is Mike liked Jake Paul. He's always hated Floyd. He don't like him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so if Mike ever had an interest in punching somebody in the face, Floyd is the one. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he's been on the Floyd helmet for a long time. Like, I've never heard him talk nice about Floyd. Like, he was always pro Pacquiao back in the 10s before they fought. Like, he just don't like his style. He respects him as in the ring, but he don't like the guy personally.
Yeah, he's not a fan. He's not a fan.
So Mike, I don't know if Mike signed up for the fight for the opportunity to punch him, or if he signed up for the bag, or a little bit of both. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. You know, and that'll be interesting. But Mike is good at this. Mike will sell us because we always know what's in Mike. So Mike will get in there and he'll show his training footage like he did last time. And he'll get people back.
Get everybody revved up. Like, ooh, man, the punches look ferocious.
Yeah. But and I think what happened to Mike last time is I think Mike crossed into an age where the training was too much for him. Like I heard he didn't train before the Roy fight. So if you get him just in enough shape where he got some wind, he might could still be what he was against Roy. But if you're gonna have a full-on camp, it's gonna ruin him. He can't handle the training.
Yeah. Because you're gonna break your body down too much before you even get to the big show. And that's one thing of learning and conditioning when it comes to older age. You gotta learn, hey, look, you can't go full throttle every time you go out and train. Some days it gotta just be motion days. Hey, I just gotta go to the movement. I gotta just make sure I got motion in my body. I'm learning that. I'm definitely learning that.
We watch all those training montages got us excited, but I think whatever he would have had in the tank got zapped in training. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, quick. Yeah. And then like he showed up, and then also like the intensity of the moment too. We talked about this before too. Like the intensity of the moment's enough to wear you down. Just the intensity of the moment, just the build up. You know what I'm saying? The tenseness, like just being tense. That'll tighten you up. That'll wear you down, wear out your muscles before you even get a chance to even throw a punch. So, hey, look,
and he's human.
I just hope that the preparation on both ends are adequate, and I hope for boxing's sake, even though this is not a card fight or anything like that, it's just exhibition. That it'll still be a good showing because boxing still needs some. It needs some help. It needs some help.
Yeah.
This is
nice fun.
This is a sport in America that we've always garnered a lot of respect towards. You know, have like parties behind these fights, get-togethers. You know what I'm saying? People having everybody come to the house, fight parties, pitching their money in and get everything on HBO or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Paying for the fight, $100 something plus dollars for the fight. Everybody come in, throw a little bit in the pot. And we send a lot of our culture, especially in the 80s and 90s, around these fights, around these bouts. So it's the nostalgia fact for me is there. And I would like to see a moment like that, at least start to bring it back so we can have these on, you know what I'm saying, these title matches. Like when we get back to back to boxing being at its greatness. And we can get that culture back, just off the nostalgia fact.
Well, once upon a time, boxing was the greatest sport in America. It was the number one sport in America at one point in time. But then with the rise of football and the rise of basketball, you saw it get bumped out. And I think a lot of the great athletes that would have been great boxers found out I can make a lot more money safer in these other sports.
Yeah, safer.
These great athletes go on to be.
I can save my health and my mental capacity, my mental abilities. But not get punched in the face, and I can make more money hooping. Okay, bet. Let me do that instead.
Yeah, and that's where you see all our great athletes going to go do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so if we can, boxing got to become more attractive, got to become more sexy. It's like this thing that it still do big numbers with the right event, but without it,
But fanfare is not what the fanfare used to be. Like it'll still, like, that's why they still had these fights, and that's why you can still go. Mayweather can still put together a blockbuster fight and make big numbers even off of exhibition, like, because the money is still there, still able to make money. But it's just the draw, like you said, is just not the same. It's just not the same.
Yeah, it's not the same for the average fight. You know what I'm saying? At the top still garners huge money. You know what I'm saying? But we needed to get to the point where regular guys is making huge money also, and it's just not about.
And also winning new fans, because like we're at the age we're at, there's still people who came from the era of growing up underneath us, younger than us, and those who are still older than us, like our pops' age or whatever, that still want to watch these fights. So they're still making money off of the people who already were embedded in fight culture.
Right. Look at the celebs that show up. You get your Magic Johnson at every fight, Dave Chappelle at every fight. You get Shaq at every fight. These guys is from the older generation that grew up on the fight culture. But
so what has
the young guys
with the sport? You got to be able to appeal to the young generation. What about those 8-year-olds, 9-year-olds, 10-year-olds, 15-year-olds? You know what I mean?
But why?
Like my son,
that's Jake Paul's purpose.
I don't know if you know anything about fighting. But by the time we were 16, think about all the great fights that we got to witness.
Oh, yeah. Everybody was a part of it. But that's where Jake Paul is good. That's where a lot of these YouTubers that go out and have these matches. I don't know if you know this, but there's like a whole YouTube league, like where these guys.
Is it? No.
What are they called? Yeah. It's Deji, KSI. All these guys, they out there in it, man. You know, and they have these fights on the Zone. You know, and they having, what do they call them? The Misfits. They call them the Misfits, and it's just a bunch of it's a bunch of.
I'm gonna start training today.
Yeah, man, and they actually
gloves, man. I go out there.
They're drawing big attention. The influencers are getting it in. You know what I'm saying? But it's this underground thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they're getting big attention, but that's what's gonna bring the next generation in, because they're gonna come in and watch their favorite YouTuber have these fights, and then from there they transition to go see the other guys. You know what?
That would be good. That would be good. That would be good for what do they call it? The Boxing Federation? I can't remember what it's called, but that'd be good for the sport. If they have a league or a entity that can threaten their popularity. And becomes something underground,
it might. Because what they're doing beautiful is they're putting real fights on the undercard. So you come for the main event, but you got to see some real fighters fight first. You know what I'm saying? Which is like Jake Paul did.
So they're not. And then they got their own headline. So they're not neglecting. Okay, that's good. That's good.
It looks bad when you got YouTubers headlining over real fighters, but that's what's gonna bring the eyes to the sport. You know what I'm saying? So if you put on a good fight while you're on the undercard, you get the headline. You know what I'm saying? Eventually. That's what the ladies did when they were under Jake Paul. They put on the best fight of the card. They headlined the next one on Netflix himself.
Yeah, they definitely did a great job.
That's what Paul is doing good for the sport. along with slowly trying to make a name for himself. But he won't get no credit for it because people mad that he in the sport. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah. People too busy hating
without that.
Which is something I'm not doing. I'm not hating on the man for getting into that sport and ultimately putting in work to bring some notoriety to it.
And I'm gonna tell you another thing that hurts boxing. Boxing went into this pay-per-view way of doing business. You know what I'm saying? This business model.
Mm-hmm.
And if you think about it, when we grew up, you had Tuesday night fights, you had Thursday night fights, Friday night fights, and then the big fights on Saturday. How many nights did I just name? 4? You know what I'm saying? It was boxing on 4 nights a week. You didn't even have to know who was fighting that night. You just turned and saw it.
You had to turn Turn the TV on. Mm-hmm.
Watch a couple fights. If it's good, I stay on it. If it's not, I move on. If the guy looks good, I'm like, who the heck is this? Keep him in mind when I see him again.
You locked in,
It wasn't this pay-per-view thing model. Like the big guys got pay-per-view. Mike Tyson got pay-per-view on the Don
I guess
King
like you mentioned, which I wasn't aware of it. You ain't got the Don Kings no more.
Yeah. So anyway, man, that's that. But y'all can keep that Mayweather fight though. You know, I'm gonna just say that. I'm gonna end it on that as we transition now. Y'all can keep that.
Look,
I ain't about to sit around watching Paper Mike all night. I don't want to see it.
Still gonna watch.
I don't know if I'm gonna watch it. I don't know if I'm gonna watch it.
I'm still gonna watch it. I'm trying to know. I'm gonna look at it.
I'm gonna watch it after it airs and I see the result. Because if I hear Mike went out there and messed around and got knocked out, I'm gonna be hurt. Like I don't think Floyd can knock him out, but I don't think Mike can protect himself either if Floyd chose to just keep punching him. Like, you know what
you get older and fragile. That's all it is. Older and fragile.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. But yeah, so where you at with your stick, man? How you feeling about it so far?
I feel good about my stick. I feel like if I say what I'm about to say, it's gonna contradict everything I said in the beginning. But this isn't the type of stick I described in the beginning. But I do feel like I could hang at the shop and smoke this one.
Smoke it. Okay.
Yeah, but it's not the way I described it either. Yeah.
Okay. All right, we'll get into that.
It's not the Deadwood. It's not a Deadwood cigar at all. Nothing about it on any level.
Bet. Yeah, so far with mine, pretty good. Nothing. My socks aren't knocked off. They're not blown off. Not blown away. But so far so good. I'm happy with it. At the price point that I got it for, I'm good. I'm good where I'm at.
Yeah.
I didn't go crazy. It was good. Respectable at this point.
That's New World. I said I rock with New World. That's New World.
That's New World. Sounds yeah. Sounds characteristic.
All right.
Characteristic.
Yeah. All right. That's about it.
Yeah, man. Hey, so speaking of some nostalgia, speaking of athletic events and things that get the youth going, like as we talked about, like bringing the youth into the newer culture with boxing. Like, are they still grabbing that age bracket, age group? Because one thing that I've noticed, well, maybe you can tell me this, but with my years of raising children, they haven't had what we used to have back in the day, and yours are a little bit younger than mine, so I'd like to know about their influences and what they have available to them. Because I know when mine were, you know what I'm saying, they're young teens and pre-teens and before they were teenagers, they didn't have the things that we used to have to kind of to drive our competitive juices as it related to us. Of course, we had basketball, like, you know what I'm saying, pro sports, college sports, and all that stuff that we always looked at, Olympics and all those great things that we always looked at. But of course, those were older people. Those were grown men, grown women doing their thing. Right. It didn't pertain to us. But we had that, and we looked up to it, and we enjoyed it, and we were fans. But even more so than being fans of, like you say, the NBA or the NFL and all these great things, we had something on our level that I don't know if the youth have today. We had that competitive nature kind of fed to us on network television, like Nickelodeon and stuff like that, where we had shows like Legends of the Hidden Temple, You know what I'm saying? To kind of have us thinking, get our mental juices thinking, plus a physicalness. Like we had to move around and do things and get a little active. We had Carmen Sandiego. You know, had us thinking, like our version of Jeopardy, if you want trivia and all that good stuff, had us thinking.
Right.
You know, spelling bees were on TV. We're doing spelling bees. You know, spell automatopoeia. I can't spell it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But those are things we had to watch that was competitive. We had guts. We had a show like Guts.
Yeah.
That made us want to get out there and show what we was made of. You know what I'm saying? Athletically. Like, and then we try to do some of the stuff back when we was kids, you know what I'm saying? Like make our own little guts and events and on the schoolyard during recess and all that good stuff, or after school on the weekends. We have our own little guts. You know what I mean? Try these little things, go out to this little weird outside area. You gotta run up this and you gotta do these things and jump off this, and then once you jump off that, you gotta get on this and you got on these monkey bars and do that. We was doing our thing. But we was fed, that competitive nature was fed through shows like a Guts. What do we have? What do our kids have that's pushing them to be competitive like a show like Guts? I was just watching something that just threw me back into nostalgia. Like, man, I wanted to do that. I wanted to be on that.
Man, I really don't know what the kids got nowadays, man, to be honest with you, man. I mean, other than American Ninja, and that ain't even exclusively for them, I don't know. I don't know, man. You know, like you said, we had stuff for the kids, but American Ninja ain't nothing but like a unique version of American Gladiator, so it's not even that. Like I don't know. And Nickelodeon ain't feeding them that no more. Nickelodeon is off that now, it seems like, which I don't
even know. I don't even know who's on Nickelodeon these days.
They don't have Snick no more. I know that much. You know, with your Pete and Pete and all that, and my brother and me and the good shows, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. So I don't know if they're actually being given anything that would inspire physical activity from them. I don't. My kids don't have anything.
So outside of you being an active father,
there was a show on Netflix called there was a show on Netflix that I remember called what is it? When the kids try to get out the way of the lava. The Floor is Lava. That was a show. Okay. On Netflix. Floor is Lava. And they're going through this area where they got like water. They're in like a big giant pool, but they got an obstacle course and they got the water lit up orange like it's lava and stuff, and you'll fall in, you lose, you know. And when you fall in, it pulls you under and pulls you out to the other side, you know. So that would be it. But I don't even know if the show got a second season or not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
yeah, because the kids ain't into that. That's not what the kids into. So they probably came out with that idea, the concept, dropped a few episodes, a season or whatever, and then hopefully that was going to get the kids revved up and want to go out there. But I'm pretty sure there was a long line for the application process to get on Guts. We all wanted to be on it back in the day.
All wanted to be on it. Hey, look, man, I'm gonna tell you this. Sometimes I flip through these old little stations and stuff like that has live TV on like random old stations, and I'll find Guts playing, and I'll sit there and watch it and just see if my son gonna come watch with me. No interest whatsoever in what's going on. Now, I don't know if it's the quality that he can't get past, because my old eyes can see it like it's HD. Like I'm sitting there watching like it's HD still. But nah. And I even put on Legends of the Hidden Temple. My wife came over and started watching. Like, oh, I remember this show. She was excited too. So it's just like it struck a chord in all of us children once upon a time that want to be on these shows, man. Double Dare. You remember Double Dare?
Double Dare. Yeah, Double
man.
Dare.
Family shows and stuff where the family went on and you did the game show aspect, and then you actually did the actual games portion of it afterwards and stuff. That would be cool. But now when I see stuff like this, it might be something on like NBC or something like that, but it's for adults. It's still for adults when you see those type of shows. It's never for the kids.
Like you mentioned American Ninja Warrior. It's for adults. The other joint where they had like with the big cushiony things that turn and you got to jump over and run through the little obstacle courses. It's for adults.
Oh, are they making fools of people? That one?
Yeah.
Yeah. I know what you're
Yeah,
talking
had
about. I
that
can't
joint.
think of what it's called.
That's for adults.
Yeah,
Like
they've
it
had
still
other
brings.
ones too.
Yeah,
Not like
yeah, they
that, but they've
have.
had other ones
But
on like
again, for
nighttime
adults.
show. Yeah, all
Mm-hmm.
for adults though. So I don't know, man. It seems like that's a missing market, but once again, I don't know if kids have enough interest in it to even bring it
Yeah.
back to the mainstream. You know what I'm saying?
So it like
You can't run an obstacle course in Crocs. So
put them in sports mode. Put them in sports mode.
yeah, I guess so. That's the answer.
Hey, look, kids are hooping in Crocs.
I know.
Get out there
That's
and
why
put
the
on some
game
tracks
look
and
like
hoop.
that.
Like, hold on, what we doing? We ain't lacing them up no more. Like, bring out where the high tops at. They don't even hoop in high tops no more.
Nah, they hooping lows. I hear that's not bad for you though. They say that the mids that we used to wear is worse for your ankles. We were taught that was protecting your ankles, but they say it's worse, is what they say. But the guys look to be more injured
It might
today
be
than they
worse
were
for your
back
ankle,
then.
but it's better for your Achilles. I'll tell you that much.
Clearly, because the Achilles can't stand up in 2025 no more, man. Everybody Achilles is falling apart. They just falling right on off the leg now.
It's never been this quantifiable. You know what I mean? Like these many. Like I'll take a twisted ankle. I twisted an ankle and got right back up.
We always rolling our ankles.
Zeke
right?
done did it. Zeke blew his ankle and finished the game. Scored 25 after the ankle. You know what I'm saying? But you get that Achilles, you out for a year and a half, a season and a half.
That's true, man. That's true.
So I'd rather play in them high tops that's bad for my ankle, but I can still stay on the court versus playing them lows and tear that Achilles and I'm done for a year and a half.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Difference in culture, man. But I say this, man. Everything comes full circle, man. Eventually, it'll come full circle. Eventually, kids will get back into being athletic and having fun because they still like to play when they are forced to play. But
when they're
playing
forced to play, you got to put them out there. Yeah, and that's the crazy thing is like I've noticed this and I've learned this. Like back when we were youth, when we were kids, you would ask to go outside.
Yeah.
Now you got to make them go outside. Like my kids, they'll get into doing stuff, but after you make them, after you force them out, like you got to make it an eventful thing or something for them to look forward to. We didn't need that. We were just self-driven on it. We wanted to figure out how can we duplicate this? How can we recreate this on our own?
Yeah, you're right. We would turn stuff into obstacles.
Even if we didn't
make our
have
own
like the
obstacle
certain type
course.
of thing available, like we was trying to figure out a way to be creative with it, to create our own version of things.
Yeah, most definitely. That's done. But I think that all of that comes from lack of, when you don't have stuff, you create it. It forces the mind to work harder. And the convenience that people have.
They got too much convenience. Too much convenience.
Too much convenience,
so
man.
I'm going to do that. It's supposed to be easier than this. So guess what? Since it's supposed to be easier than this, I'm not even going to try because it's supposed to be.
Yeah. Yeah, it's different, man. Look, man, I'm gonna tell you, we got a Segway recently, right? And signs. And once again, I look through the neighborhood. And you should see the way our kids look, man, in our neighborhood. Apparently, I'm doing okay for myself because we got a family. Our neighborhood is full of kids just, how we used to all be on bikes riding through the neighborhood on bikes?
Yeah.
It's just like the Segway crew in the neighborhood.
They all on Segway, they all on motor scooters and all that.
6 kids all in a group, just 15 miles an hour down the road and stuff, man, just zooming through, and one kid on a bike. And it's just like, he can't keep up with him, but he trying. He just chasing behind him on his bike.
Just pedaling.
Just pedaling away, man. And it's just like, that's the direction life is going. Like, you know what I'm saying? We used to get around on our bike, and then everybody getting around on the Segway. Now, you're going a whole heck of a lot faster, but nobody's getting physical exercise doing it that way
Nothing.
A scooter is one thing where you pedaling with your foot. But
yeah. Back then, when those came out, you had the scooter but you actually had to push.
Yeah.
The Razor scooters, you had to push, but you got going. You picked some good top speed on it. But you got to put the work in
You
first.
got to push. You got to work. But they ain't doing that, and it's different. And when we were looking for the Segways, I was all in the electric bike section. Like, how this work? I'm trying to figure the electric bike out, and I'm thinking to myself, this is lazy, but this is the direction things will be going. Everybody will be on an electric bike. Everybody's gonna have an uncontrollable gut one day. Like, it's gonna be the new norm to have a giant gut early in life. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like from 8 years old, 4. Like, we ain't doing nothing. And kids, you ain't supposed to get the gut till you get older. Like, you know what I'm saying? But they gonna start having it very early on because they ain't gonna be doing no physical.
12 with a gut. Everybody with a gut at 12. We was all in shape at 12.
Suppose it being somewhat shape.
12. You see a fatty, you see a big boy at 12. That was rare. But even that big boy, we was still moving though. He was still keeping up with everybody on the
keep up with you while y'all were playing. Like, yeah,
he was conditioned. He might have had a gut, but he was conditioned.
Mm-hmm. He was conditioned. But they ain't gonna be conditioned no more. Ain't no reason to be conditioned. So I don't know, man. I don't know.
I'll tell you, we used to on the bikes, we used to go for miles. I can't tell you. I wish if you go back to 1992 or 93 or whatever, clock how many miles we used to put in on them bikes. We used to put so many miles, yeah. Especially in the summertime. We everywhere, so far away from home.
And took no pride in the fact that we got so many miles in, just living our life. Now you be proud. You like, man, I rode 5 miles a day. I did good for myself. Like, you feel healthy and stuff back then. I ain't thinking about that.
Yeah, we probably in the summer on a summer day, we probably did 5 before 10 o'clock. And we weren't going back in the house until the street lights came on.
Right. That's it. You drinking out the spigot, getting you a little bit of water. If you're lucky enough to have some money, y'all might can go in and get you a little jungle juice, you know what I'm saying? And do your thing. If you weren't lucky enough for a jungle juice, you got the quarter water, which was good too. Get your little jug, put that thumb in there, peel that aluminum foil back if you wanted them. Yeah. See, I used to like to peel mine clean. I know some people just
all the way clean.
Go, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I like to peel mine clean. I like the look of it better that way, but
Now I'm just trying to get to it. Just poke a little finger in it. Just enough to, and I'm squeezing mine.
Yeah, you just squeeze yours. Or like I said, the little jungle juice with the carton. You like a carton of milk, you squeeze that up, make it point.
Yeah.
Pour that carton in your mouth, the carton about that tall, you know what I'm saying? Or whatever your favorite juice flavor is, you read what's going on it, and drink, drink.
Soggy paper and everything. Soggy cardboard and everything.
Soggy paper. Yeah, but that was the life, man. Those was good times, man. Get you some now laters to last you for the rest of the day, and boom.
Oh, now laters used to last, yeah.
Yeah.
Because you ain't chewing them now laters. You ain't chewing them.
Good life, man. Good life.
Yeah.
Some Bazooka Joe. You know what I'm saying? Get your little tattoo.
Yeah. See, the difference is our dental was crazy, but we was everything else was healthy. We might have been tearing our teeth out, jawbreakers and all that good stuff. But we was burning sugar off though.
Yeah, that's why it was so many little silver teeth kids out there back in them days, man. Do they still make silver teeth kids?
I don't even know. They probably done. I don't know. Because they ain't getting like how we used to get it.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man, it's just a little nostalgia for you. I just hope that one day that it does get back. Too bad it's too late for my kids. Maybe during your kids there, maybe my grandkids. If I ever get around to that.
Probably grandkids, man. It's too late for mine too, man. It's different. I really am happy. Like, I've had this conversation with people before. I really appreciate the era that I grew up in. It hurts us in ways, but it helps in ways. You know what I'm saying? It hurts us where we're just a little old, where some of the technology is starting to move too fast past us, but it helps us in the sense that we got both worlds. I really love that I got both worlds. I hate that my kids didn't get to see both sides of the coin.
Yeah, we got to see a good technology boom. Plus, we got some of that realness early on.
Yeah,
we had to get it the hard way, and then also not even just the technology boom, but the struggle through the technology too. Some of the stuff that worked well, some of the stuff that it's felt convenient in the moment, but wasn't really that convenient. Like that dial-up, as convenient as it really wasn't all that convenient. We had just enough convenience to help us keep it real.
Right. Right. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate it. That is a beautiful thing, man. And we're not quite too old to be able to keep up with it, but just old enough where we can get aggravated by trying to keep up with it. Beautiful place in history to be at, man. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
it's better than the Gen X people who just like almost want to give up on it, like, you know, because they 50, you know what I'm saying? I can follow it, but I'm really bad with it. We just young enough to be aggravated
just
by it, but
enough to
just
be able
old
to,
enough to
yeah.
keep up. You know, young enough to keep
Yeah,
up, but
yeah,
just
yeah,
old enough to be a little aggravated that we
we're
got to
still
keep
tied
up.
to it. We're still tied to it, and we seen you
Yeah,
with your with your meta joints on last week. So
yeah.
we know you. We all know you with it.
I'm meta guy, man. I'm meta guy. I live in the VR. You know, I got my glasses, got my Segway. I'm moving on with it. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm moving on
You
with
right on
technology.
pace. You right on
Yeah,
pace.
yeah, but it don't mean I ain't upset. Cause you know what? I'm having fun with technology. I just ain't figured out how to make money off of technology. That's what pisses me off about technology. Cause I really I want to get some of this money off of it, but my
Capitalize on it.
brain ain't.
Yeah.
Yeah, but my brain ain't thinking in terms of that yet. Like it just ain't piecing it together like a young person would.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still thinking old money ways. You know,
Yeah. Just let me enjoy it. But once you figure out how to capitalize off of it, you be straight.
I won't because it keeps changing. That's the problem.
I told you, hey, look, all you gotta do is turn your record on, go on your Segway, get them views, start posting content. Content. This is a content-driven world. Everything is content.
You know what? That is interesting. It's a very simple thing. See, I'm looking for something big. It could be as simple as that. People don't
Simple
want
as
to
that.
live life. They want to watch other people living life. So I could just go different places.
Exactly. Just like even with the podcast world, like when you introduced me to the whole podcast thing, sometimes people just want to be a fly on the wall and just hear a conversation. Sometimes people want to be a fly on the wall and just watch your world.
Mm-hmm.
Watch your simple as going through Target. You know what I mean? Yeah. Hey, I want to see Jared on his Target run. I'm dialing in and let me see what Jared looking at.
And you know,
Where's
most
Jared
people
at?
would
Oh, he had the
think
late.
that nobody
He had the
wants to
late.
watch
And they
that.
just tune in.
But yeah, you're right. You're right. It's weird. Y'all are weird. Like, yeah, but yeah, that's what y'all want stuff like that, man. Don't nobody want to live their life. Like they just want to watch other people live. Like, y'all weird, but I get it.
And now look, and I follow somebody on TikTok, and all he does, he just walks around downtown San Antonio every day, night and morning. And I'll be sitting there watching. Oh, okay, I know that street. Oh, dang, that's over there now. Then, oh, they building that over there. Oh, dope. Oh man, let's see what the Alamo doing. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I ain't even got to go down there no more. I used to drive through, just see it, see the development. I ain't got to do that.
You don't
Go
even
on
pass
TikTok,
through
watch
those.
old buddy do it. Yeah, I ain't got to waste my gas. Just watch old buddy do it.
You know, I get that for other cities. You know, because I do it for other cities. If I'm curious of what somewhere looks like, I can go watch somebody, you know, pass through and be like, okay, that's what these areas are. This is what this look like. But I never even thought to do it for my own city. Like, hey, what's going on down there these days? Like, okay, that
Like, I ain't gonna go down there today. Oh, shoot.
Yeah, traffic bad
going
today.
down there? Yeah, let me get in the mix.
You're right.
Hey.
Festival going on today. I guess y'all want to go to the festival? That's an interesting way, man. It's an interesting concept, man. Yeah.
And all you doing is wearing the glasses. You ain't holding a camcorder, a big old camcorder that weigh like 16, 17 pounds.
That's true. That's true. I got to do better, man. It don't take nothing but dip, dip, and I'm done.
Stop being lazy.
I'm too lazy to go. Dip, dip. Yeah.
See, that's that technology that we talk about is making the world lazy. You can't even make content by going. That's all you gotta do.
I know.
And then upload it. Or not even upload that. I think you can stream it now. Probably.
You can live stream. I can live stream. Yeah.
Yeah.
Live stream. Yeah.
So here we are. Anyway, man.
Yeah, that's that. Hey, man, let's review these cigars, man.
Yeah, let's review them because I'm ready to talk about this. I got some words for New World. Got some words. Anyway,
but I don't have a lot of words for Cafe, so I'll let you go last.
Okay.
So this Cafe Maduro, Cafe 1901 Maduro. I'll say this. I feel like I pick up on some chocolatey notes. I pick up on some honey notes. I pick up on some cedar within this cigar. I have a thing where I like to actually see what the cigar may taste like before I actually get my cigar lit. So I'll draw off of it after I cut the cap, and then I'll just kind of draw and just see what I'm picking up on. I picked up on some whiskey notes within that didn't jump out as much as I thought it would have jumped out when I actually was smoking it. It very subtle, and I'm not saying it was whiskey. It probably now is more that cedar honey taste is probably kind of what that was mixed in with the little chocolatey notes that I feel like I picked up on. There is some woodiness to the cigar. And right off the top of my head, those are the things that kind of come to mind. So I'll say this, excellent draw throughout this entire cigar. I would say pretty solid construction. My burn is getting a little uneven at this point in time, but it's been pretty consistent all the way throughout it. So I would say very solid, not fantastic, but very solid construction on it. The Maduro wrapper, so you get all of what you get with the Maduro, slight little oiliness to it. But overall, this cigar was very enjoyable. It's very pleasant. It's not one that's going to totally take you out of what you're doing, where it becomes the focus of the situation, but it's not totally a background cigar. It sits somewhere just to your side, just on your hip. You know what I'm saying? It's just behind you slightly, but not to the forefront. You know what I'm saying? So it's where you kind of want a cigar at, man. It's a nice, enjoyable cigar, man. I could see myself smoking this morning or afternoon. Versatile. It's got versatility to it because it doesn't jump too far out front, too far to the back, so.
Okay.
They did a good job with this stick, man. They did a good job. I would definitely pick it up again. As far as what I'm going to rate it, I hadn't even thought about it until this very moment now. But 1 to 5, I'll go with a 4 even for it. 1 to 5.
All right, cool. Bet. I like it. That's the palm leaf. It's the palm leaf.
It's that palm leaf, man, giving me that nice relaxing vibe, but at the same time, it's noticeable. That's what that palm life be like,
Yeah. Hey, so that's a good score. I like it. We got something that landed in the 4s. So I'm glad you got something in the 4s because I don't know if mine's gonna quite make it there. I don't know if New World's gonna quite make it there. So when I picked this stick up, the gentleman in the humidor told me, "Oh man, I really like that one. It's a good stick." Off the dry draw, pre-smoke, pretty nice. I got more so of a floral type of deal from it. Something else, I can't remember what I named early on, but floral was the big thing that stuck out to me. And then lighten it. The Mexican San Andreas wrapper, I usually liken that to be like more of your spicy or peppery stick, but didn't necessarily get that too much. I thought it was going to hit me in the very beginning, and I wanted it to come on. I was waiting for it, and it just kind of just tapped me a little bit and then backed off. And I got, okay, here we go. As far as the construction, I did have to relight it twice. Actually 3 times. No, twice. So I lit it 3 times, had to relight twice, which is very unfortunate for where I'm at. Not too far into the stick. It is a slow burner. I will tell you, as far as construction, as far as how it burns, you can probably get a good 2.5 hours out of the smoke at the pace that it's going if it doesn't pick up from here. So I will give it a notch up for that. If you want a long-lasting cigar that's not going to burn out on you too fast and you feel like you're rushed with your smoking experience, it's good for that. It's good for that. Now, as far as tasting notes, like I mentioned, like pepper just kind of nicked me in the very beginning and then dissipated fairly rapidly. After that, I got a lot more floral tasting notes in there. A light hint of cinnamon, but not a spicy type of cinnamon, just a subtle cinnamon that kind of like stays in the background underneath that floral feeling or floral tasting. Then we got some slight earth, nothing too tobacco-y. It doesn't hit me as a tobacco man's tobacco cigar. It doesn't get me there. So and then as I'm getting to this point, you know how some cigars will dry your mouth out. Some cigars that might leave you kind of even keel, and some cigars that make your palate a little bit more, I guess, more watery, like a mouth watering type of cigar. This has done that. Now, where that can be a hindrance is actually collecting all those flavors. It makes it more like I'm smoking spring water, especially with the floral tasting. That's where I got with it, right? Like I feel like I'm smoking spring water right now. based on the description, when I read it again, reading it back, it's saying it's a perfectly balanced smoking experience, which is false when you compare it to other cigars who are perfectly balanced, like your Melanio, like your Plasencia Alma Fuerte, like your Fuentes, like your Padrones. Those sticks that are balanced very, very well, it falls underneath that by a long shot. It's not even close. So using that description, I'm not going to use the description, but it just doesn't get me there. Yeah, to me, it lacks personality. It's a good smoke. It's not a smoke that's going to deter me or make me kind of fall away from the tasting notes as much, more so than just the fact that it just feel like it lacks identity. And I think that's what New World needs to find. It needs to find how it can be, or what kind of identity does New World have. And that's kind of the experience I got the first time I smoked New World. It just lacks identity, which I guess being 10 years old, you're still in your infancy stage in comparison to other legacy cigars. Rocky has
What is it?
I don't know. It just really lacks identity.
Is it really infancy? Is it really in its infancy at 10 years old?
Okay, so not in this infancy,
is it really,
but still in this early.
You giving them too much of a pass. You're trying to give them too much of a pass. 10 years, you ain't figured out who you are in 10 years.
Identity crisis for real.
Yeah, come on.
It sounds like a crisis to me. It's a crisis. I think New World needs to try to nail something. I was hoping with a new release that has found its stamp on something that's going to make me come back to New World to say, "Ooh, I got to try another New World. Let me figure out what New World's all about," because you're throwing something at me that defines something within you. And my experiences, my short experiences with New World, I haven't felt like I had an identity, or I figured out its identity. With Oliva, you know the identity. My Fathers, you know the identity. You know what you're gonna get with those names. New World, don't have it just yet. I don't see it. Even Gurkha, as much as we down Gurkha, guess what Gurkha has? It might not be our flavor profile that we like. It has identity. Yeah. And I feel like this cigar with the cigar tasting notes, it lacks identity. It says perfectly balanced. Perfectly balanced where? In the lack of identity? Maybe. So I'm not going to give it a terrible score, right? It's not going to, who's going to be in the threes. We're going to make the threes. And honestly, I'm going to put it at maybe 3.5 because the smoking experience is not terrible. It's not a bad experience. But for a cigar smoker who's looking for something in a cigar and they know what they're looking for, you're going to be left with a lot to be desired when it comes to this stick. It'll give you a good smoke, but you'll still be left with a lot to desire. Like you mentioned, like the gentleman your garçon who smoked the Rocky Patel and said, I still wish I had something else. Like it leaves me wanting more. It leaves me guess. Like, well, this one leaves me guessing. It leaves me figuring out, like, where am I? What am I doing here? Even with your stick, your coffee, you have my identity. You know what you smoke. You know what you're getting. I don't know what I got. Maybe it's too early to tell where I'm at. I'm gonna keep smoking this guy and see where it lands me. But as of right now, I need more. So to rate this cigar out of 5, I'm gonna give it a 3.4. Just right under 3.5.
Oh, you just dropped it. You just said 3.5. You just dropped it.
3.5? I said 3.5.
You just said 3.5. I'm just rattling off. You just slowly getting more and more disappointed with it as you talk.
Well, all right, I'm gonna settle on 3.4. I'm gonna give it just under 3.5 then. 3.4. Good creamy smoke, though. I will say that.
Check this out. Before you actually went on, when I saw that you had a New World, my personal thought in my head, he's gonna go between 3.5, 3.8. That's right. In my head, 3.5, 3.8. Then you said 3.5, no surprise. So I'll say this: what you said, and I haven't had New World in quite some time, but it's been months since I had a New World. But as soon as you said the words, it lacks identity, I said, bingo. That was perfectly put, because that's exactly what that cigar does. They say they're balanced. I'll give them that, because you haven't committed to nothing within this cigar. You know what I'm saying? So
maybe that's it.
So when it says perfectly balanced, that's about right. You don't lean one way or the other. You didn't go for nothing in this cigar. You know what I'm saying?
Plain and safe.
Actually,
plain and safe.
It's too safe. It's a safe cigar. When your guy said he really likes it, He probably likes it. It's a solid cigar. It's solid. You know what I'm saying? But it's not special. We don't aim for solid. We aim for special. You know what I'm saying? You can only get for special by aiming in a direction and going there. Like, make a commitment and go for it. If you miss, you miss. But we saw what you went for along the way. And New World lacks identity. That was perfectly put. I've smoked pretty much all of them, but this one. But I leave all of them feeling the same way. It was okay. It was cool. But I didn't feel like I got what I know them for out of any of those cigars. And that's what you put that perfect with that. It needs an identity. They have to actually stand out in something. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because you're not going to play the balance game better than Plasencia plays the balance game. You know what I'm saying? We love the Alma Fuerte for its balance, but there's not a lot of cigars that I love for their balance. I love the Melanio because I know what I'm getting with the Melanio. You know, but it's not that it's better balanced than Plasencia can balance the cigar. You know what I'm saying? It's not that what I love about the Melanio, but what I get, I really love that. And I went New World. I hope AJ Fernandez hears this, and I hope New World does something about that, man.
Back to the drawing board. Stick on something. Figure out something. Go for it. Stand on it. And then let the shit.
You got a good foundation. You got a good foundation. Now progress it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not enough to make this the one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. All right. So 3.5. I'm going back to 3.5. I'm gonna settle there because that's the first one I said, even though I forgot how I said it. 3.5. Here we are, New World, man.
Yeah, that's what it is, man. Well, we appreciate y'all for tuning in to this week's episode of the Cigars and Everything Else podcast, man. Keep your cigars up.
Keep it up. Be out.
And do your tobacco.